things and the resources that are within our society to begin to create a change. But I'm excited because here in the studio with me, I have someone very special, I think to all of us as Nigerians and all over the world. He's Dr. Victor Oladokun, the Communications Director at the Africa Development Bank.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, sir. Coming all the way from Côte d'Ivoire, Abidjan, to be here with us at the platform. We thank you.
It's a wonderful pleasure.
Thank you, sir. I know that you are the final speaker for the day, and like I've said to you, you're like the father that will cap it all up. But we want to talk to you here just to have a hindsight perspective. I joke and I say you're older than Nigeria officially.
I think I am.
And so you've literally seen us 58 years plus to where we are today. You've seen the trends, you've seen how the nation has changed. And we're here today having this conversation of being the change and different people have brought different perspectives. What is your perspective to the challenges we face today as a nation and what we need to do moving forward?
Well, you know, I think every generation really thinks that the generation that follows is a little bit worse off than the one that they've come from. But I have no illusions about that at all. I think that this is one of the greatest times to be alive in Nigeria, and certainly Nigeria's greatest days are ahead of it, not behind. Now,
thank you.
I'm sure there are people listening to that right now, and they're probably turning up their noses. But I think one of the biggest things we have to do is to aggressively resist the temptation to be cynical and to be negative. What we see and what we say determines the future that we're going into. The choice is very simple. We can continue along a path of cynicism, or we can be positive, filled with hope, and decide consciously to make a difference. I think after listening to Otto and the kids today, all of us should just go home because they delivered the bacon. They brought it home. Everything really is about where we're going as a nation. I think the second thing that we also need to do is not outsource responsibility. Many times you hear people say, oh, it's the government. Who is the government? The government isn't responsible for cleaning your gutters. The government isn't responsible for painting your house. As you know, in many parts of Nigeria, the day the house is built is the last time that it's painted.
Truth.
You know, yes. Nobody's responsible for that. We are responsible for ourselves. And guess what? Nobody is coming to help us. I keep on hearing about transfer of technology. There's nothing like transfer of technology. Nobody's transferring anything to us. We acquire it. We go after it. So I think at every level of society, as a in government, in business, social enterprises, as individuals, personal responsibility is absolutely key. And I think the third thing that I'd like to say, I think as far as navigating the way forward, is this. I'm a recipient of help. Every step of my life, I received favor. I received help from somebody at a critical junction in my life. So my mantra is, in the same way that somebody was a door opener and a way maker for me, I need to be a way maker for somebody else. So there's absolutely nobody who can say that in their life experience they haven't had somebody.
True.
It could be a teacher, it could be a neighbor, it could be a parent, it could be a friend. Somebody has helped you, moved you one step higher along the way. I think if we all collectively realize that we can also help somebody else, our nation definitely would be a better place.
Thank you so much for sharing that, sir. And we look forward to your session coming up very soon.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
We're going back into the main hall now, and I'll pick one thing he said. He said we should aggressively resist the desire to fall into cynicism. And I know that many of us are falling into, yes, we talk. But look, enough of the talk, enough of the complaining, like the speakers have said. It's time to be the solution. We have the final two speakers for today's platform coming up. Adekweju Jayoba, the founder of Brown Button Foundation, and of course, Dr. Victor Oladokun will be coming up after this break. Thank you for still staying with us. Enjoy the next two sessions, and we'll be back after that.
The platform.